Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 in part 14 of our Morghur the Shadowgave SFO Grimmhammer and the Old World campaign. In today's episode, our rampage of mischief and mayhem has been stopped, albeit very slightly, by Grom the Paunch here, who has moved on in with his tide of forest goblins who are incredibly juiced up. He has given them all of the roids before today's battle. They've also got Proper Smash, so they will start losing melee defense, which is kind of our only positive here. They've got very low defense, but incredible attack. And they will be poisoning everyone that they are coming in contact with, which will also be dropping in a little bit of a damage over time. We do have a Cygor and a couple pretty dangerous units on our side of the field, but Grom has likely had his boys have a large feast out of the cauldron, and that's why we're seeing such insane stats out of these forest goblins. Luckily, they do look like they're meant to be kind of a spear and shield unit, so even though we're seeing pretty insane melee attack, hopefully we should be able to blend through them no problem and send Grom running with his tail between his legs. I think there's 0% chance we take Grom down. He's even got a Seed of Rebirth. All of the extra healing for Grom. That's pretty hilarious. He's going to give us a valiant defeat. I think we can do a little bit better. Let's take it to him. We've just got to summon our protagonist energy and we can see Grom off. Will be the Beret Shaman version of Eltharion. Let's go ahead and have a front line of Gore Herd with shields. Since they can Vanguard deploy, we can put them pretty much wherever we want. I'm thinking hiding back either as close to the forest or almost to the forest is going to be the best call here. So back a little ways, we'll have ourselves a blob of Gore. We'll do the other Gore Herd behind them. Since we don't have any spears ourselves, or any archers ourselves, we don't have to worry about doing anything other than taking a big blob and forcing them to come to us. We'll have everyone that is not got a shield behind them. I'd like to try to hide some Vestigore somewhere else, but I think we're going to have an issue where they'll just scout them out, no problem. Let's hide the Bray Shaman behind. He can hide in the woods, that'll be just fine. Let's see if we can hide one unit of Vestigore here. We'll just pull them back behind the line. Got all of the beasts here. Put them over in group 1. I don't think anyone is out in the open at the moment. We can have the Cygor do his thing. Chuck rocks from between here. And then we can keep the Centaurs there to defend him. The other ones will try to hide a little ways away in the forest. AI does like to scout the forest out, but if we get lucky, it'll make for a pretty good ambush. Harpies for their bleed effect, and hunting of any kind of archers they might have. Manticore. Let's get this thing going. Single entities will be in their own group, and then the flyers. And Grom is going to be a huge issue. Yeah, but if we can get Grom bogged down with the Cygor and then a bunch of Vestigore, we can probably rip him apart. Unless we do something like that, though, he is going to be a huge nuisance. Manticore. It claims you can fight Grom. I find that to be laughable. We're definitely gonna find the Centaur, so let's pull them away. Otherwise, that's just a unit lost for no reason. It'll be much faster, I believe. 81 speed. We've got 94. Liv's got 112. No use in trying to outrun the Wolf Riders. Pull them away. I'm gonna have our Cygor launch rocks at the trolls. This will be a little bit too slow to hopefully dodge any of the car-sized boulders headed their way. Well, I wouldn't mind trying to get a single shot here on these squigs. Go for it. Ropes away. Maybe. Here it comes. Splash. I mean, not bad. It hit the unit. That's about all we can ask for. Didn't do much damage, though. Definitely want to try to have you throwing those rocks at the big old trolls, then. Looks like we've got some Spider Riders inbound. Let's go ahead and run them down with these up front units here. I'll just have a single unit of Gore Herd run out and start snacking. Overwhelm them with whatever we have here. You stop chucking rocks here. Let's go into the trolls. Those harpies up and out of the battle. Do mind coming out to try to scout the rest of our foes here. Come on back. Interesting. Gotta give him credit for being willing to fight for so long. You guys go ahead and fall on back behind the lines, even to get caught by those wolf riders. I didn't mean to have them stop. That was entirely my bad. Keep retreating. Let the Centaur go wide and go after these skirmish riders. Do they also have a bonus versus large? Oh, never mind. They get smacked. Harpies get out of that fight. Centaur, you as well. Just come on behind our line. Might have to sacrifice a unit of those Bestigor. Come up and through. Yeah, the Bestigor are gone. Be great to get them to fall back, though. Cygor, you come over this way. You lot work together on this group, although the Squig Hoppers might decide to chase you down. Go on out and start smacking. We're going to get all of our melee units into a line and charge them in, because if they're not charging, they are wasting a heap of their charge bonus. They have a ton of. Cygor, you pull away just a bit. We've got a nice blob here, so let's go for the devolve on everyone in this unit. Pretty equal smashings between the two units. Centaur, you make sure you're chucking those axes at their most important units. You get a little bit closer to our line. And now we go for Traderkin. We'll just try to keep these two flowing. Meant to get you out of the fight there. Harpies did lose, but hopefully the Centaur can pull that one as a victory. Here and help the Cygor. Wildtide is going to have some lads flee. Not going to be much damage, so let's go ahead and save what we've got here. Gor's goblins absolutely annihilated the Gore. Not a good sign. Keep them bogged down. That should force the trolls to flee. If they go right off the side of the map, that'd be awesome. Come on, Bestigor, rip and tear. Fall back. Go ahead and pull in and start chucking those axes at who you can. Let's get Cygor away a little bit further than that. We're having to wait so long on spells here. Gator Trolls is back. They're bogged down by their friendlies. Very, very good to see. They're chucking rocks. Get sandwiched and wiped out. Bring the other Centaur in to help. Come back behind the line. I guess those Bestigor got scared off by a random green unit of trolls. Yoy. Drop the devolve. You guys just gotta stay here, that'd be fantastic. Centaur versus... Really interesting when they decide to ignore orders entirely. Ooh, I see lots of our own units fleeing. Come on, it's just Grom. He's completely fine at the moment. Keep going at the trolls. You guys can work together and scare off these Squig Hoppers. I think we're in a lot better chance. We have a lot better chance then. We are rolling the line. Little by little. Don't have enough magic though. These trolls keep coming back, which is a nightmare. Go ahead and charge into these forest goblins. Have you help out with these night goblin Squig Hoppers. The more of them that flee, the better overall we're doing. Alright, Traderkin, once more here. Get rid of as many of these trolls as possible. They will replenish that damage too. Surprised these forest goblin spider archers are not fleeing as quickly as they are. Let's go ahead and smash in with one big group here. We'll have the Axemen come on back around. We're losing a lot of units. Thought we had them. Force goblins are going to be a huge issue. Let's just have you try to scare off some trolls with a terror bomb. Stomping out those forest goblins. As soon as they're gone, I think it's a pretty big hit to enemy units. Pull the Centaur away. We don't have any front line though anymore. They're all gone. What a shame. Definitely can't have you fighting. Pull back. We've got a little bit more magic. You lot go wide. Keep making sure these trolls don't come back. Pull our terror bomb away so he doesn't get wiped out. He doesn't have much left himself. Let's get the Cygor focusing on the big boss. You need to fall back just a little bit there. I think a devolve would work nicely. Make sure these trolls don't come back. Bring our gore back in as well. Keep terror bomb flying around. Make sure their units don't come on back. If we can scare off. But it helps. Cygor's getting bodied. Come on in and cut them off. This Cygor's having a bad day. Let's pull Hugh away for a moment. That big boss flee. Right, he's unbreakable for a moment. Ah, then we lost our Cygor though. Oh no. All of the bad. And there goes Carcassonne. Alright, and we do lose to my absolute least favorite greenskin army to face off with. We just didn't have the leadership, even though we actually killed more of them than they killed of us on the field. We just didn't have the stick-to-itiveness to defend our herdstone, I guess. Alright, let's see, do they get to claim a tier 5 settlement? Oh, good grief. So not only do we lose our very important herdstone, Corone is now a tier 5 settlement that we have to take back, and there is no way that's happening. Alright, quick jump cut, we had to let the salt subside. Yeah, so we will have to claim this tier 4 settlement back from there. It's great that we don't get, or when the bugs happen, they are always in the favor of the AI. So I'm going to try to hold here and force them to chase us off. But since they now have access to that tier 4 settlement in the middle of our lands, we have a lot of work to do to try to drag them away. So Morghur is not strong enough. Where can we... Really, we weren't set up for this because I didn't expect to lose that battle. Fighting Grom is always a treat. Let's go ahead and Beast Paths our way through. Red Duke's building up force. We definitely can't leave him for long. So what we're gonna do is... Already raised... And we have it. We're moving on to Skaven here. Getting smacked so hard has thrown off my my battle strategy. So Skrulk is actually hiding in this settlement. He's got 2 Plague Claw catapults and they get 1 in the garrison. Why do you get 1 in the garrison? What is causing you to have a free Plague Claw catapult? Those come with every settlement? It's awesome. So the Skaven get artillery for free. That makes fighting them a huge nuisance. How many minutes below summons? 4? Alright, alright. We don't have much in terms of actual missiles, so if we just send in our giant, we kind of tank everything up and just send him through to try to smash into those Plague Claws, I think we should be in pretty good shape. It's still going to be nasty because there's 8 of them instead of 4, so a lot more lime jelly flying our way. We could just take them out with an auto-resolve and lose a couple of gore. But we need some retribution. I've got to prove my right to exist on this map, so Siege of Rysal, let it begin. Okay, and the fact that there's not a lot of... Ooh, are we good? Oh no, I don't know. All sorts of... Oh, we've had a PowerPoint presentation, haven't we? I'm not sure what's going on here. Are we fixed? I was gonna say, if it happens again, I will go ahead and get through the battle, and I'll catch you in a moment, but it looks like we might be back to normal. There's also a weird pop-in, but we're going to ignore that. Good news is all of our normal gore are very, very invisible. So we can have them setting up in a weird spot that the Skaven aren't going to be aware of. So all of the archers over on this side, I'm going to have them defended by the other gore that are able to Vanguard deploy, which is all of them. Just want to hide some of our gore herd back behind some trees. They're not getting blasted apart by the artillery. Skaven artillery is dastardly accurate. Warhounds over in this stretch of forest. They're not both hiding. That's not good to see. There we are. Battle pigs hanging out with them. Let's go giant, kind of not in the middle, but almost so. We'll do Ungor spear herd since they are perfectly expendable and perfectly invisible. Blackhorn's Ravagers are thankfully invisible. We'll do them and the other axe core back behind the front line. Archers and everyone. We'll go single entities at the end here. Speedy boys and then the flyers and giant. Right, so we'll have the Tuskor chariots by our giant because they're perfect at either dodging artillery or being a nuisance. Our harpies are good at also taking down those artillery pieces, of which we have 2. There we are. Beautiful. Hide you in the woods as well there, my friend. You are rolling around on a chariot. Hide you to start. Skrulk versus the Bray Shaman. And a retribution story. We should have you target Skrulk. All of our invisible boys can kind of start coming on in as well. They want to target our gore running across the field. That's just fine. I think they have an easy time mauling enemy troopers. In fact, we'll send you harpies. They have no clue those units are there, so that'll work. We're going to ignore Skrulk off the start and just have them go use the woods as a shield. Just go jump on the Plague Claw catapults and such to make sure we don't get caught by any ruin spells. I don't know that they have them, but Warp Storm is pretty terrifying for flyers. Bring the Speedy Core out now as well. Sure none of these guys get caught. Back just far enough because otherwise they're going to get obliterated by the artillery. Ah, okay. That was the plan all along. Go after the guys in the back line then. Giant, you're still making your move. Go ahead and switch things up. Get them into melee with that group, that way they're the ones getting jumped. As long as the harpies are moving, they're stopping those artillery from firing. Get in there, we'll have the Tuskor chariots go after this secondary group of clan rats. Keep smashing through. Now we bring in the front line. Harpies were sacrificed. They shut down those Plague Claw catapults for long enough that we should be able to get in and do some damage now. Herd, follow them in. Have all of our archers here, just focus down this target for now. Ooh, there was a chieftain. Okay, why can't I give you guys an attack order? Let's have the battle pigs surround the chieftain. One of them. The other can go after Big Boy himself. Let's go Trader Kid on this huge blob of Skaven. Watch them just kind of melt away. Bring the hounds around. Actually have them come back in and go after these Plague Claw. They've kept some of the Plague Claw catapults in the exact middle, which is an interesting strategy. Devolve everyone in this group too, so Overcast for extra damage, and just let it rip. Remembering I have to wait for casting more spells. These boys in. Need the battle pigs to fall back for a moment. Drop heals on everyone here. I'm gonna give the Skaven credit, they are a huge blob of obnoxious. Move up and go after the Plague Priest. Their lord is fleeing though for the hills, which is great to see. Go for that heal one more time. I guess we didn't get to cast it before. Battle Pigs pull away for a moment so I can get you guys reoriented and smash back in. I don't see any Plague Claw catapults, but let's see have you go land on Plague Priest. Get rid of him. Drop the Cygor in the middle of this group, and then as soon as they blob up, we'll go for more Traitorkin. There's so many of you guys. Battle Pig, you surround. Skrulk, I don't want to see him coming back at all. Traitorkin this group. Go for heals to cover. You pull away from the Chieftain, we'll get all of the archers firing on you. You big dummy. Throw a spear, Gore. You shut that Chieftain down. Now let's come on into the actual fighting. So many Skaven moving around in here. Try to have our Chieftain getting up out of there. The Brave Shaman, oh, he's already fleeing. Makes sense. Split up a bit here, go after the different groups of rats. You have a bunch of units that aren't doing anything at all. No one is idle at the moment, I don't think. You guys work together, I don't mind that at all. Splash in behind them. Devolve should see the rest of these Skaven off. Chaotic Roar for leadership for our boys, and there's the win. Brutal fight. Who needs exterminators when you have a sea of cows? We're going to round up the rest of these Skaven for the Dread experience. I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, with that victory, I have the fire relit once more. We gained 86 Dread, not bad, and that's a very elite group of it. It's just clan rats, but it's an elite army wiped out, and they'll have to re-recruit those heroes and Skrulk again. So we shall simply raise and advance for the extra movement and replenishment. Go backwards a little bit. That's not exactly what I wanted to see. Now let's move on down towards, looks like Bordelot is still inhabited. So if we smash Bordelot, going back in here to Urus is a weird settlement. So they're about to wipe out Ricard, and everything else is already raised. This was not a great ritual site. Let's come on down, do some raiding. We'll just rip on through the countryside here. We definitely need to get one of the... How far away are we? 94 out of 220. So we are still a little ways away. Get some damage done then. Since we know Skrulk is gone, there's likely nothing here at Black Chasm to stop us. Except for a cheeky auto-resolve. Close victory, huh? We can't have that even a little bit. Onward to glory. Alright, time to show them how much the Shadowgave cares. Which is almost 0. We'll have them set up over here on the other side of this hillside, so everyone's forced to pay attention to him. The amount of hiding we can do with the Zangors, they can all go in the hillside over here. Ooh, let's do it. Sneaky, sneaky Gores. We can have the Spear Gore up a little ways just to make sure the AI are in the positions we want. I don't really want them too far apart from one another, though. We'll simply keep them over here by Morghur in case we need them. In case you need someone to quickly fall back into. We'll have the normal Ungor Raiders hiding out behind him. They're going to go up and over the top here and rain arrows down upon the enemy. Should be great. Single entities. Let's go. All of the Gore. You all in a group. Normal infantry in a group. And then all of the beasties. Actually, I want to put the Chaos Spawn with our normal infantry as well. The Nurgly boys we're going to keep with Morghur because there's no way they'll be able to move across the map fast enough. Slaneshi Mark, we're going to keep in the woods. Would you mind? They can't hide. Keep them back here then. Centaur can hide. They're gonna go over here. Hounds of Pestilence as well. Battle Pigs. So anyone we don't want them to know we have, they're not going to. Out here, and then the chariots can also go up top here. We'll have them protect the archers. By chariots, I mean also Battle Pigs. This is a combined arms I've really had a good time with. Alright, Morghur, you go find their lord and punch him in the face. You're gonna summon some rats here. So does Menace Below and SFO last forever? Otherwise, why would you just bolster your forces? When you have a ton of them, I almost might use them as a additional scout for enemy troops too. Go ahead and drop their ammunition by 40%. Send these archers and their spear friends up and over the top. Maybe go this way. No, see, maybe go this way. Thank you. Anything else up? Morghur is a huge threat by himself. You just go and maul the warlord. Then as soon as everyone else rotates, we bring the beasts out of the woods. And by as soon as they rotate, I mean now. Let's get them, boys. We'll send the hounds and their invisible chariots in. Crazy Morghur as well. Morghur just smash right through and keep going. Go ahead and drop all of their stats and actually go smash the Plague Priest. That would be great. It's like trying to summon more to augment the line. Not sure how well it's going to work for you. Let's go ahead and grab just the archers, not the spears. Have them come on down. And then just set up here. Spearmen. Make your presence felt. Sladashi boys, you do the same. We'll just have them run over this group of spears. It's gonna be marvelous. There's no defending. You may have spears, but we have a heap of boys. How are you able to do that? That's impressive. Morghur, why are you hurting so much in terms of your leadership? Let's move on through there, my friend. Do the damage. Shut down those catapults. Same thing here, we'll have the Hounds of Decay go find different groups of Night Runners, and the Centaurs can go around. We'll have them hit the Plague Priest first. Oh no, we're moving slowly. Go meet him up. He was saying about close victory. Can't even see what's going on. There's so many effects happening. Can't see these battle pigs are getting a snack. As hungry. Hungry for some green cloud. I see a lot of fleeing rats, and no one has fully given up yet. Those storm vermin actually held their own against our chaos spawn, but we only lost, it looks like 2 total, so holding their own is very subjective. We'll chase them down, we'll just use battle pigs and their bleed effect to maul this lord here. Great, you pull away for a moment. Smash into these plague monks, they're kind of the last unit that's gonna stick around to the bitter end. Move the archers in once more here to the top of this bluff. And that should be extremely game over. He's got the bad touch and the bleed. Brave plague monks fighting to the bitter end. Brave or foolish. In fact, no one's focusing them down. Let's get rid of these plague monks now. They have offended me with their presence. Time to pack them into cans. Morghur, you can back over here as well. Any amount of extra damage we can get from the dot effect would be great. That'll just blend them up. speed this along, and that'll be the victory. Sweet. Vengeance against the rats. And vengeance against the greenskins is on the way. I'm gonna run down at these rats. Catch you in a moment. Axes rose and fell, and we lost almost nothing in the fighting. Close victory. No way. We'll go ahead and raise and loot. We won't retain as much movement, but more gold. Okay, where's our next target? Actually, fairly spaced out here. Barrows, we've got Orcamont giving us 8. Going to be definitely our next target then, so we'll smash through, deal with the Skaven, and then go after the Bretonnians, who are not nearly as big of a threat. Let's start doing the raiding thing, unless we can afford any decent upgrades here. I don't mind having an extra cacophonous assault. Yeah, it'd also be great to start getting some... Well, we really can't get any of these extra units until they start increasing the dread count, so let's come on in and we'll grab the impaled corpses for 50 more dread gain per turn, or 25 more per turn. Sweet. Skill points for Kevin. Kevin, do we want to make you intimidating, armor piercing damage? 200 more experience per turn sounds fantastic. Let's go extra armor piercing when defending. I think it's actually going to be the best call there. Then we can finish up his melee line once we're done here with the passive bonuses. Right, sweet business. Akbar is 100% going to be forced back, but if you go into Ruination stance, that'll be at least a little bit better for us. Stops him from recruiting, stops him from building anything. But we are likely going to have to retreat. Alright. Slightly dire straits we're in now. So a new set of technology to go for, and then we can come on in here and grab any extra units. Actually, no, I don't really want to spend 400 on the normal gore. If anything, we're going to get Zangors. You can only get one more of them, which is very sad. It'd be more gore herd then. We definitely need to upgrade our front line. They are struggling pretty greatly. The normal gores, that is. They just get obliterated by a single charge of most of the more powerful troops. No siege equipment. Build up a tower or two. Continue the siege. And if they come to attack us, we will throw down. See how many we can take down in the fighting, and then we'll try to run away. Grom is not going to take any damage whatsoever, but that just tends to be how fighting Grom goes. Sweet. Blade Lash. Immune to swamp attrition, less control, and less enemy physical resistance in this province / region. Alright. Ritual of Ruin available in the Barrows. 16 is not enough. Alright then. That should be our turn. Grom is going to throw down. You have the Ruination stance, so we're going to be getting a little bit more melee attack, but because of our such low leadership, I don't think we're going to be able to throw down for very long at all. These guys replenished so fast. What do we think? Is it best to just pull back for a moment and try to catch Grom in an ambush? He's got a devastating army. Yeah, let's not lose Akbar. We'll fall back. It's our turn. That means Grom isn't going to be able to do any replenishing until his turn rolls back around. So let's see. Oh no, he can do whatever he wants. He's Grom. How did you manage to replenish even though we're surrounding the settlement? Sure. nothing you can really do about it. We're gonna surround Grom again just to slow down his settlement's development. Gonna go for a full turn without being able to build anything, so just slowing him down as much as we can. Slowing down, well, it's not slowing down replenishment at all, because they replenish no matter what. Alright, game. Doing what you can to be goofy. I see you. Move further than the beast paths. Need to just raid on through if we can scare off these idiots in the process. That'd be great, but I'm gonna have to probably go chase them off personally. If we don't get another actual herdstone battle like they're supposed to, we'll be in pretty big trouble. We're in the negative here because of the goofy undead soldiers that are deciding just to raid in our lands. Oh, it's a different Skaven group. And we handle Eshin at the same time. I mean, truthfully, it doesn't matter who all we're at war with, does it?
Whispers on the wind, blades in the dark.
Blades in the dark. Cool, spinning this. Take Portaload down with an auto-resolve. I'm gonna declare war on them right away. We bring in Scryer. Morghur versus the entire Skaven Alliance as well as... Yeah, let's do it. Make things nice and spicy. This auto-resolve is going to be not kind, is it? That's quite clever. How many troops do they have? 4 summons, and the Eshin Clanstone is pretty dangerous. Well, let's give it to the auto-resolve. That wasn't so pyrrhic at all. And we'll just go ahead and raise in advance to get that maximum replenishment. Perfect. Since we're not really going to get probably too much more in terms of devastation here, let's just go ahead. Oh, we can't even use the ritual because we don't have above 10. Okay, then. How much more do we replenish? Fair bit. Let's just go into raiding and fall back into friendly territory. See what the rats decide to do from there. The number of our enemies doesn't matter so much, as long as we can see where they're coming from. So let's go for the evasion here. Excellent. Morghur hasn't been moved. We'll have to get him out running. East path our way closer to Orcamont, which we will do. There's no way Pustin was going to try to get in the way. Not enough Wobstone. Low Bestial Rage is very unfortunate, but the fact that we are laying siege and we are in a foreign soil is building us up slowly, so no reason to do friendly damage. Alright, Akbar. You might get hunted down this next turn here by Grom. This seems to be letting him replenish even though he shouldn't be able to. Alright, let's give it one more in turn here and see how things play out. Alright, Grom is going to throw down, and he's not actually able to replenish. Where does the replenishment come from then? That's bizarre. Okay, so Arcasone has come out of nowhere for an invasion. Please say we get the herdstone. What is going on? Seems like the herdstone maps are a little bit funky here on the old world, which is fine. We now are going to be incredibly confined against Bretonnian knights and trebuchets, so it's going to be a fun battle. What we'll do is we'll try to let those trebuchets stick in position and start firing over the tops. Send the harpies and the other flyers in, and we should be able to rip them to shreds. We will have this battle in the next one. Let's see if we can defend against some faction. We've already failed against Grom. Let's not fail against Carcassonne as well. Either way, that's all the time I've got for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today's Morghur the Shadowgave campaign. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the subathon. Till the next one.